Hi guys, Rich Kid Retro here. Going to do a response video to the 16-Bit Brothers. And it's, what was your favourite games of 2003? So I've done like a game which I've actually picked up which I never played before. I've also done, obviously, a new game which was released in 2013. I've done an old game which I had in my collection, which I replayed and haven't played it for a few years. And also got a board game as well, because I love my board games. Essential. So, yeah, let's start on the new game, basically Battlefield 4. The reason it is, I think, the best game I did pick up last year. I love Battlefield. It's much better than COD. I don't care what people say. Much better than COD. Better teamwork. Less sort of random grenades. And also, the reason it is sort of the best one I picked up, because I actually didn't pick up many new titles last year. Not many new titles. I've probably only got 4 or 5 games, actually, for like the PS3. Oh yeah, and that's probably the best. Literally, it's limited. I literally haven't played that much of the new titles that came out. So I think I picked up this, obviously Call of Duty, Bioshock 3 or Infinity, which that was okay. That was okay. I prefer Bioshock 2. And just a couple of others, which I can't even remember. They were sort of like that bad. So, so this was literally the best and only game. Best of a bad bunch. Nothing new. No, not really much a new experience. But yeah, but I do like Battlefield 4. I do like going along with a few friends and do like killing people. But yeah, sorry guys, it's a bit obvious. But there wasn't much I actually picked up. I picked up obviously some collector's edition of like sort of like PS4 games, the PS3 games, which I know if I keep sealed they're going to be worth some, you know, the random like the Japanese like RPGs that I just kept sealed, the collector's editions are kept sealed. I haven't even played them yet, so they're probably the ones I did pick up. But obviously it's games that you know which games you played in 2003, which have been your favourites. So there, so that's Battlefield 4. A game which I revisited, and that is King's Bounty. I hadn't played that for about 5 or 6 years, and I played it probably the end of August. I forgot what a good game it is. The music does my head in. It is bloody hard. my copy's a bit battered because this is my original copy, literally from '95. Oh yeah, it must have been years ago actually. It's good. It's good 20 years old. So this is my original copy, and yeah, the music does my head in, but. Yeah, I think I finished it with, I think it was the Paladin, because he had the best sort of all-round stats. And yeah, if you haven't played it, it's hard to describe. It's not quite Dungeons and Dragons, but yeah. I remember they did a re-release of this, which I also played and also enjoyed, and that was Heroes of Might and Magic. Because I remember getting Heroes of Might and Magic, thinking it was a bit like this, but it was actually a complete clone of it. They basically just updated the graphics, it's still the same monsters. Just put PS2 graphics on there. But at least with that version, you can sort of do like auto battle. So you can just do auto battle, and it'll just do it for you. But on this, you have to do like one wrong move. You can have the best army in the world, and one wrong move, and suddenly the guy would just absolutely fuck you up, and then you'll be back to the castle, back to the king, saying you're rubbish, but he still give you some money to go rent a boat and still take on the world. But yeah, really hard game. So if you guys do get it, here's a back picture. So yeah, there's 4 little different like islands, and you're basically the knight. You have to go around, pick up characters, pick up forces, and then basically fuck up castles. Not best describing it because it's hard to explain, but yeah, basically you have to find. I think it's the quest of the dragon bone. You have to find the dragon bone. And the only way of you doing it is just searching like a different area. But you have to go around fulfilling the bounties. But yeah, fulfilling the bounties, and then you got a little puzzle. When you like done one of the bounties, one of the squares or the parts of the puzzle would just disappear, and then you have to search that area. When I first did it, even though I had like, all the puzzle revealed, I still couldn't find the place where I was supposed to bloody search for. And then I ran out of time. I'm like, fuck off, because you got certain days like easy, normal, and figures hard. You got a certain amount of days to find it in, and then you have to pay for at the end of the week. You have to pay for your troops, and if you got really expensive troops, sometimes they can leave you, and sometimes when you pick up like gold chests as well, and you can either hand them out to your troops, which make your leadership a bit more, or you can keep the money. And sometimes you obviously need money to buy the troops, but if you've got too many troops, you need a bit more leadership. But yeah, it's a really good game by Electronic Arts. Big, thick book. Big cart. Yeah, so that was one game which I revisited, and it was pretty good. Yeah, I played that, and then I played the PS2 version, Heroes of Might and Magic. That's probably easier to get into, actually. Much easier to get into. Half the time on that, and just because I played that, half the time I just literally just went auto battle. And it was, yeah, exactly the same, exactly the same. I still can never control those bloody the ghosts. always think, do I buy some ghosts? Yeah, I'll just buy 10 ghosts, and then suddenly I have to use my ghosts to kill like a few peasants. And when you kill somebody, when you kill some peasants, they sort of like join the ghosts, and before you know it, you're doing really well, and you got like 100 ghosts, but then you got too much leadership, and then the ghosts just turn on you and kill you, and you're like, no. But yeah, so that's a game which I revisited. A game that I picked up from Macabre Boot, which I was quite surprised. I do enjoy like the random sort of the risk kind of like strategy games. All you do, just have a force. You can sort of like build something or add. Not quite Command and Conquer, but it's something just as easy as, yeah, basically the strategy game, which was Star Trek Conquest, which I was quite surprised. I'm a big Star Trek fan, and yeah, it's just an action strategy game. And it's just like risks. You literally just build up your forces, take over planets, build bases there, move on to the next place, and then just fight. So it's another one of those it's a bit like Rome Total War. Just imagine Rome Total War basic at the basic at the best, to be honest. Just like that. But like Rome Total War, I was never good at the battle, so I just do all battle. With this, I just did all auto battle as well, because it's just annoying. Half the time you spend half the time flying around for 20 minutes. Just flying after the same ship because it keeps on going in and out, and you're like, for fuck's sake. But yeah, surprisingly good game. You can definitely get 3 or 4 hours out of it if you obviously pick it up for £1. It's really cheap to pick up. And then yeah, 3 or 4 hours to master. So it's a good game, and I really actually enjoyed it. Actually, there was one night I was a bit ill, and I thought, I'm just gonna play this. And before you know it, I played it for a couple of hours. And I got work in half an hour's time. Fucking hell. And then, yeah. So it's a really good game, real-time strategy, space combat. Or remember just being the Klingons for the Empire, and it's just really funny. The voices on it are just really funny. So, bit underrated game, good cheap thrills. And yeah, basically, I'm a big fan of board games, and the board game I got for Christmas was King of Tokyo. Definitely the best board game I picked up. Literally, yeah, picked up last year, or got given it. So if you're into board games, King of Tokyo is definitely a game you guys should get. Obviously, because it's called King of Tokyo, you've got your own monsters, the big monsters, the Godzilla monsters, but they're not quite Godzilla, because obviously they'd be like copyright and stuff. But they're called like something different, which is quite funny. And yeah, because you're King of Tokyo, you're supposed to obviously, you want to be the King of Tokyo, but you would thought, because the actual board is of Tokyo, you would have to actually go in and stay in Tokyo and beat everyone up. But we found out more time you spend in Tokyo, more time you got fucked up. So half the time you just stay outside of Tokyo, keep all your energy cubes, keep buying stuff, and then just stay out of King of Tokyo as much as possible, and just grind your enemies into a pulp. So yeah, so it's a really good game, actually, really good board game. And that's about it, really. Yeah, that's probably it. Best games of 2003. Modern, Battlefield 4, Classic Revisit, King's Bounty. It's a brilliant game, guys, so you should definitely be able to pick that up. It's sort of rare game, not sort of rare but not sought after, so it still goes for about £10 or so, I think, when I last checked a couple of years ago. A game you can pick up anywhere, like £1.50. If you just want an afternoon, just easy game and just point, click, attack. If you win, you don't. If you lose, build your forces, and then you start a game when you get destroyed. But yeah, so it's really good. Star Trek Conquest. And then board game wise, King of Tokyo. It's brilliant, absolutely amazing game. Amazing game. So yeah, so that's my response to 16-Bit Brothers.